Hey, it's Laura here from thisweekingeek.net. We're here at ConBravo in Burlington, Ontario, Canada, and we're here for an exciting 3-day weekend of panels, guests, convention fun, cosplay, events. It's going to be awesome, and I can't wait to get started!
One of the mainstays of any con is the dealer room and the artist alley. So let's go take a look and see what's inside.
Do you have $40? I'm talking with Katie Shanahan. Did I say that right? Yeah. And she's an artist here at ConBravo. And I just wondered how you got started with art.
Oh man, I've been drawing since I was a kid, so I mean, for a long time. I've only been exhibiting for the past couple years though, because when I was young I just kind of made comics and shoved them away, and then the internet came up and you could put stuff online, and then people would find your work, and then I started getting stuff published, and I brought it here.
Awesome. And so what brings you to ConBravo today?
I'm friends with the people who run the show, and I heard about it as it was starting, and this is my second year actually exhibiting as well, and you know, I just wanted to bring some books out, meet some people, and have a good time at a con, and yeah.
Awesome. And what do you think so far has been maybe your most popular item at the show?
Wow. Well, let me think. I'd say Silly Kingdom's been doing really well. This is the comic that my brother and I work on together.
Nice.
And it's a humor fantasy story for all ages, and the premise beside the first book is it's the Kingdom Wizard's 211th birthday, and he'll do anything in his power to ruin the party because he's kind of a jerk. And my brother writer is not here right now, but we work good as a duo.
Awesome. Any other exciting future projects you're thinking about? Or?
Oh man, tons. We've got so many more in this series we want to come up with. Otherwise, I'm storyboarding full-time for work, and then just doing comics when I have the rare free time that I love to do them.
Awesome. Thank you, Katie.
Thank you.
Have fun.
Geez, Steve, way to lean into the shot.
Alright, so how long have you been working on your comic? Like, give us a little bit of background about like, the story.
Well, it didn't start as a comic book. It started as a project in school where I did a short story, and I made it a flash film. And after it was finished, people liked the two characters. They really liked the interaction, and most people were trying to encourage me to do something with it. And for a long time, I didn't really listen. I put it on the back burner for a long time. But the longer I was sort of came up with new ideas and started to grow new kind of intellectual properties. But I realized that lightning kept on striking this, and people kept on coming back to me asking me, "Hey, you ever gonna do something with that story?" And so I sort of like went, well, I really couldn't do another animation. Really, I mean, it's just too involved to do just 2 minutes worth of a film. So it was suggested to me to maybe try a webcomic. It was they're starting to get really popular, and I was like, well, okay, well that might be doable. And I started researching webcomics, and most of them tended to be like Saturday newspaper kind of format, and I knew that wasn't for me. So I guess mine isn't really necessarily a webcomic, more like a comic book on the web. I realized that was probably the best way to approach it. And since that sort of happened, it's been about maybe 2, maybe 3 years now that I've been doing it. The whole sort of story is written out, but it's 10 parts. And I didn't realize how daunting that was. I thought it would take me a lot less time to do, but I'm only on the second part after this length of time, so it's a long story to tell. There's definitely no shortage of material to use. Yeah, I mean, I never was supposed to be this long. It's just like, as sometimes the story will tell itself. Sometimes it will be like, well, this deserves or is worthy of more information, and so I have to write that in. You don't really know what you have, the animal you have, until you start letting it out of the cage, and it starts to sort of form itself. And so when the final process was done, it was a little bit bigger than I originally wanted it to be, and so I shortened it a lot, and now it sort of worked to a place where it's sort of in the middle. But there's enough content for, years. If I did it full time, not so much. So yeah. And I don't really sell anything at these cons. I'm really just trying to promote it, and it's still a learning process. I'm just trying to learn who my audience is because making a webcomic and transitioning it into a hardcover, it takes a lot of money, and so if you don't want to ever throw that money out willy-nilly, you've got to know you have people who are going to buy it, and so that's what this has sort of been about. It's been about trying to understand my audience, so that I can know how to first off how many I should actually purchase on my first run, and know that I can sell these. So I don't think I'm ready to actually go into print for another probably year, but by that point, hopefully book 2 is done, and there's there'll be a lot of content for people to read.
Something else really cool at ConBravo, they got a lot of live action role-playing, LARPing. We're going to go outside and we're going to see some manly men taking some friggin' plastic swords and whack at each other.
So there appears to be some sort of anime race war happening out here right now. Many deaths, many casualties on both sides. I believe the Cobra Commander struck down. Terrible. I don't know how. The poor man. It's pandemonium, man! Game over! Game over! I now know why the doves cry.
We're at the games room, the electronic games room here at ConBravo. ConBravo is a very large gaming convention, and we're going to talk to some people and see what their thoughts are on the different games that they've set up this year.
Cabinet, which is really awesome. Special props to them. As you can see, I'm wearing their shirt. But everyone loves the Street Fighter Third Strike. You're mine now! Yes! We're gonna go to the third round.
I am here with the Sailor Soldiers at ConBravo, and I just want to ask you lovely ladies, what has brought you to ConBravo today?
Our love of anime and Sailor Moon.
Cosplay for sure.
Yeah.
And now, how long have you guys been cosplaying?
Oh, 10 years?
Wow.
5 years.
And how long did it take you to put together your costumes?
2 months. Yeah, way too long.
We were afraid to tackle it ourselves, so we commissioned a good friend of ours to so we just did minor adjustments on it.
Awesome. Well,
I made mine myself.
Awesome. And what are you most looking forward to see this weekend?
That's a hard one. There's a lot of cosplays. The angry video game nerd.
All right, ladies, you look lovely, and we hope to see more of you at the con. We just want to know how you found ConBravo here in Canada so far.
Well, honestly, this has probably been the best relation with the con-goers con that I've ever been to. I found like everyone was really nice, and even before the last panel we did, where we like basically one of our guys who sometimes works with Channel Awesome like passed his hat around because our radiator exploded, and he's like, "This is the radiator hat," and like in 5 minutes we had the money to fix the radiator. Wow. And like, oh my, we were like in tears. It was such like, oh my god, it was such a huge load off. To the fact that we were gonna be able to fix the radiator and not have to put it on like the American Express and be paying it off for like 5 months. But it was like it was a really great experience. And beside that, it was like we had like a really like the women on the internet was a really great discussion, and we had and it was just a lot of fun. It was really chill and laid back and good con.
Awesome. Excited to come back next year?
Yeah, I hope so. If they'll have me, I'll be here.
Definitely. Awesome. Thank you very much.
All right, great. Thank you.
So this is your first con in Canada. Are you enjoying yourself?
Oh yeah, enjoying myself immensely, as you can tell from my helmet.
Take.
Everybody, welcome to the Top Boy Wall, where bad burns. The late card's gonna teach you all a lesson you won't learn. Brodsky, you're not the smartest. Liefeld, you're not an artist. Anyone who's had a bad comic published, it could be your turn.
200th episode premiered here.
Yep.
Go over as well as you'd hoped?
Not as well as I had hoped because there were some technical issues with the sound, but we got it all worked out by the second part of it, so everything went well. People really liked it, and that's the good thing.
All right. Panels that you've been working on, is there anyone that is not like a top to fourth wall related that you really enjoyed doing, like the D&D one? Or?
Oh yeah, the D&D one was incredibly awesome. Although there was this horrible This Week in Geek panel I was on, just went terribly. No, I can't. I love that one. But the D&D session just went spectacularly. Spoonie led the charge as the greatest swordsman ever, and I just basically did the sniper from TF2.
Nice.
It's always just nice to meet any fans at all of the show, and always fun to see so many of them gathered at once, enjoying their fandoms, getting to hug me, signing stuff for them. I just love it.
Anything you signing?
No, Spoonie got 2 though.
Oh, jealous. Same 2 or
no, two different people. I would have been happy to. I know why people don't ask me because of my feminist street cred. I am willing to sign any body parts. I am nice like that. If they want it, then they can have it.
I know Birdman's got something he wants.
Oh my!
Well, we got the whole crew here. Hi, buddy. Hi. And we all had a great time from ConBravo, I can say.
Listen, listen how quiet it is now. Everybody's calm.
We got the place to ourselves.
So we're gonna have a big party in the pool and naked.
I want to see you butt naked, Mike.
Oh, you'll see it.
Oh, your buns of steel,
you'll
baby.
Be sad. You'll be sad.
Oh.
But thanks everybody for watching the video. Thank you to ConBravo for hosting this awesome panel. Awesome con. And thank you to all the guests that we talked to and all of the fans that we talked to. Everybody let us put them in a video. Awesome.
See you
guys next year at the Hamilton Convention Center. Bye.
That's a great shot.
There's Steve!